Ukrainian missile strategy sparks debate. In a bid to disrupt Russian logistics and resupply efforts in the midst of the intense conflict, Ukraine has intensified its missile strikes on Russian-occupied Crimea. However, this strategy has ignited a debate within certain corners of the Biden administration where skepticism surrounds its potential effectiveness. For some officials within the military and the Biden administration, these Ukrainian attacks on Crimea are viewed as either a distraction or, at worst, a misuse of resources. The argument holds that such attacks, while perhaps destabilizing Russia to a degree, do not achieve decisive outcomes and could potentially divert focus from the main counteroffensive. A senior defense official conveyed to CNN that the attacks had caused some disruption, yet lacked the power to be truly game-changing. Instead, there's a sentiment that Ukraine would benefit more from concentrating on their counteroffensive efforts rather than dispersing their resources. Ukraine has employed long-range missiles to target critical infrastructure, including bridges that connect Crimea to Russian-occupied territories. These strikes have increased in frequency, with Ukraine expanding its reach using the high-mobility artillery rocket system held by the US. Russian ammunition dumps and resupply centres have also felt the brunt of these attacks. The attacks on Crimea carry significant symbolic weight for both sides. Vladimir Putin's annexation of the peninsula in 2014 demonstrated its importance to Russia, while its location on the Black Sea positions it as a strategic hub for the Russian war machine. His commitment to F-16s for Ukraine. The US commitment to Ukraine's defence continues with the approval of F-16 fighter jet transfers once training is completed. Denmark and the Netherlands have taken the lead in designing a training program for Ukrainian pilots to operate these American jets. However, the US is exploring options for additional countries to provide F-16s to bolster the Ukrainian Air Force. Recently, the US granted approval for the transfer of F-16 instructional materials from Denmark to Ukraine. This decision will facilitate Denmark's efforts to establish pilot and maintenance training programs. This transfer includes sensitive technology information, which underscores the importance of maintaining security protocols. The transfer approval marks a significant step towards actualizing Ukraine's request for F-16s, which are seen as crucial for countering Russia's air superiority. Denmark has announced that Ukrainian pilot training on F-16s will commence later this month. This training collaboration involves a coalition of 11 countries, further illustrating international support for Ukraine's defence. Escalating tensions. Russia's response to British sanctions. Tensions between Russia and the United Kingdom have escalated as Russia imposed entry bans on 54 British citizens, including government ministers and journalists. This response comes in retaliation for UK sanctions targeting Russian individuals and enterprises. Russia's move is rooted in accusations of the barred individuals' involvement in propagating support for the Zelensky regime in Ukraine and being Russophobic. This decision reflects Russia's resolve to counter what they perceive as anti-Russian actions by the UK. The entry ban affects individuals from various sectors, including well-known media outlets like the BBC, The Guardian and the Daily Telegraph. Notably, even British prosecutor Karim Khan, a key figure in the International Criminal Court, has been included due to his involvement in issuing an arrest warrant for Russian leadership. Russia's statement conveyed a stern message to the UK, emphasising that any expansion of anti-Russian sanctions would be met with a decisive response. This tit-for-tat dynamic underscores the ongoing geopolitical tensions and the complex interplay of international relations.